1, 2, 3. Greetings and salutations.
The universe is just doomed.
Hi, welcome back.
It's us, Nicole.
And Tessa.
And Kim is here.
As Leatherface!
She's Leatherface! And we want to, before we get into it, thank the Flicks and Friends podcast for joining our Patreon.
Oh, hey, welcome. Ring-a-ding-ding.
And if you want to join our Patreon, it's at patreon.com/Doom Generation.
Do it.
So we're getting into Idle Hands.
Yes, it's our second episode of Spooky Season.
And this is our second Devon Sawa in the last month. After because he was in SLC
Oh,
Punk.
shit. Yeah, he was.
So we had Devon Sawa and Matthew Lillard together.
Yes.
Then we had another Matthew Lillard with
last
13
week,
Ghosts.
Yeah.
And now we've got, last week is Poltergeist.
Oh,
We're
fuck.
ahead.
Yeah, I'm ahead. That's right.
Look at what happens when we get ahead.
I know. We managed to catch
confused.
up. Now I'm all confused. You're right.
So, the cast. Oh, and this is available on Pluto right now, actually. So
No, it's not.
I watched it on there today.
Bullshit. I went to watch it on there today and it was like, this is not available.
I was watching it.
Well, I don't know what the fuck I did wrong. Because I went and I looked it up. I was like, oh shit, it's on Pluto, so I could watch it on my phone.
Yeah, it came up on demand for me.
No, it did not. It said it was like, oh, you mean on demand? I said, yeah, I mean on demand. I'll play it. It was like, sorry, title is not available. And I was like, oh, dicks. So I watched it on Plex, which was fine.
Okay. So it may or may not be available on Pluto by the time you're hearing this.
If I would have been able to get it on Pluto, I would have been able to have my sub-titties.
Sub-titties?
My sub-titties, my sub-tittles. I want them. I need them. I can't read. I can't see. I can't hear.
Without the subtitles.
I'm lost. I'm lost without them. I need them.
So we got Devon Sawa as Anton.
Anton Tobias.
Seth Green as Mick.
Mm-hmm. Eldon Henson as Pnub.
Pnub. And they never explain what that's short for, if it's a
Pnubutta.
nickname.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Jessica Alba as Dumbass Molly.
Oh, fuck her.
That's her character name. Dumbass Molly. They call her that throughout the film. Just kidding.
They do. I did.
Vivica A. Fox as Debi LeCure.
Yeah, that's what it said. It said that. It said to watch now.
But it didn't work. Kim just looked it up and it's still showing up as available on Pluto.
Well, whatever. Good luck to you. Rats off to you.
Unless you're Tessa.
Unless you're me. Rats off to you.
So Vivica A. Fox is Debi LeCure, which because I'd never looked up the name, I thought was spelled like a liqueur. But no, it's LeCure. Cure.
Yeah.
Like she has the cure for this problem.
Sister Liquor.
Yes, Sister Liquor.
Jack Noseworthy as Randy.
And Christopher Hart as the Hand.
Who was what thing in all
the Addams
of
Family
the Addams
movies.
Family movies. And we might as well, just because we have the thing, there's a bunch of stuff that gets reused. The gym that is used later was from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Jawbreaker. And the tattoo on Randy's shoulder is also the same stencil that they used for Mickey in Natural Born Killers.
Oh, I did not notice that.
Well, I didn't either. I just read it. I probably wouldn't have known otherwise.
So and there's also Fred Willard, the mom and dad, but they're like so briefly in this film.
Yeah, Connie Ray and Fred Willard as mom and dad. Oh, and I also have Sean Whalen, who was the milk guy, remember?
Oh, the one cop?
The Aaron Burr. He was in it. Sean Whalen as McMacy and Nick Sadler as Rock.
Is he Roach from People Under the Stairs?
Oh.
I feel like he Roach.
I feel like
he Roach.
Oh, wait. Kim's here.
We got a research assistant.
Oh, shit. I almost picked up my phone to look.
Is it Officer Whalen? Is that what his name was?
Sean Whalen.
Sean Whalen is his real name. See if he's in People Under the Stairs.
All I remember him from is from that milk commercial, that milk commercial.
Yeah, he's
Burr.
He is Roach? Okay, yeah, it's Roach.
He's got that recognizable face.
He's in That Thing You Do, too.
Was he in the Brady Bunch movie?
Probably.
I don't know what in my head is telling. Yeah, same guy.
Because I was going to say, what's his name's in the Brady Bunch movie?
Who?
that we were just talking about.
Who were we just talking about?
Oh, okay.
Jack Noseworthy
Yes.
Oh,
is in the Brady Bunch movie.
Sure.
All right. I haven't seen that one.
I feel like he was.
Years
It's been
and
a
years.
while. That's a good one. I liked it.
I remember
okay.
liking it at the time. I haven't watched it probably since it came out.
Sure, Jan.
So the opening credits are so 90s.
Oh my
and
god.
I love them.
Oh my god. It had been so long since I'd seen this movie that I didn't even. I was like, I
love
remember
the
any of this.
music. I love the score to this because I think there's some popular tracks like pop music, not pop music, but whatever. But there's also a lot of
pop punk
score, which I think it was Graham Revell or something like that did the score.
which they did a lot of 90s. They did The Craft.
Right.
I feel like Scream. I feel like a lot of those in that time.
But so
that
yeah, we
late
get this
90s
super
thing.
cool opening. It's like bloody.
Yeah.
It's like staticky. It's cool music. Debi
Yeah.
And then we open on a jack-o'-lantern in front of this lovely middle-class home.
I like the little pumpkin people in
Yes.
the window, which will come up again later. And
I
like,
know.
I love their wallpaper and
His
the
parents seem
headboard.
super cool.
I know.
They seem, I mean, not, they seem dorky.
Well,
But they him, apparently he hasn't been to school in 6 months. He just stays in
Right?
the attic. So
and they let him like smoke doobs on the couch. Apparently,
apparently, or he
'Cause
just does
feels
it anyway.
like he can.
'Cause
I
no
don't know.
one's home. So
I
yeah,
don't
so
know.
we see mom and dad getting ready for bed.
I love this wallpaper. I love this. I love this whole house. Like the way it's very Jawbreaker
Yeah.
with this color scheme.
And so they shut out the lights and they lay down. But she opens her eyes.
Oh
and
shit!
I'm under the bed is
Oh,
written
no.
in glow in the dark paint on the ceiling.
And she's like, "Well, what the fuck is that?"
and dad looks under the bed and there's nothing there.
Nope. No, he's like, "It's probably Anton."
And she's like, our little Scooter would never do something like that.
I was like, "Well, I guess you're right because I had to put together all that Halloween shit
yeah, he
down
goes,
there."
he
didn't
wouldn't
tell me.
scoot his behind off the couch if it was on fire.
Right.
And then they hear a commotion downstairs.
Uh-oh.
She sends dad to check it out.
She gets her knitting.
Yeah, she gets her knitting out while she waits. And Bones, the cat, jumps on the bed and scares her.
Right.
So she grabs Bones and then she hears dad yelling out from
There's
downstairs.
a struggle, a commotion. So she goes down this spooky ass hallway.
And she just pulls the little attic door like, Anton.
Hey. But
No reply.
no reply. So
She gets downstairs and trips on this flashlight and lands in a puddle of blood.
oh no.
So she screams, runs back up to get Anton, but he does not appear. And then
No.
she tries to call on the phone,
Right, but it gets
yanked
snatched,
out of her hands.
and it falls down by the bed where she goes to pick it up.
An arm reaches out
Oh,
and drags her
pulls
under the
her.
bed and like pops her
Splat.
like a balloon,
I guess.
apparently,
I don't
the
know
way
what
she
that was
splatted.
like. Yeah, it was like a big
I
old.
can't even imagine what
I don't know what it would have
happened under that bed to
Ripped her
cause that.
fucking head off.
Had to be, right?
I would
To make
imagine
it
to go. Yeah, to
that?
have that like a grape.
So we pan to the I'm under the bed glow writing,
Yes.
and then it's the next morning.
Yeah, he comes down. Anton wakes up. He's got headphones on.
And now, this should have been our first clue. How was Bones up there?
Oh, how was?
In all the
Bones up
times
there?
I've watched it, and I've watched it many a time, never occurred to me how the cat get in the attic if Anton was asleep through all of this.
Oh,
The cat
well.
pulled that string down and got himself up
Yes, cats be doing shit. Don't you know you got cats?
there. And do you remember sleeping with your Walkman on?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes, my mom would get all upset. She's like, "You're gonna choke in the night. It's gonna strangle
Because
you
yes,
in
we
the
didn't
night."
have wireless
No.
earbuds, so we very well might have choked in the night.
I could have. I
Yep.
could have at any time just strangled in the night.
Now
Never
we
woke
know.
up.
And he sleeps with his asthma inhaler around his neck for some reason, which
Yeah,
we
he
quickly
comes down.
find
he's
out
got
is
this not an asthma inhaler.
it's for
pretty
his weed.
genius little sneak-a-tote.
And he's yelling for mom because they're out of milk, the dog's out of food.
It's like, no, there's nothing there. Like no one's home.
No
He's
one's
like, well,
home.
Fine. He sits down. He just watches the news.
Lights 5 incenses or something.
Yes. Come on.
5 is not going to cover the smell any better than 1.
Everybody knows when you smell Nag Champa.
Somebody
Someone's
been
smoking
smoking weed around here. You might as well just smoke the weed.
Just smoke the weed.
And we get a perfect picture of what a fucking lazy bastard he is.
He's
scratching
watching-
his balls with the back scratcher.
Yes, he's like blowing Dodie and watching Mr. Magoo.
Watching cartoons. Oh, he's out of weed.
He just now noticed.
And now, why is his bag licked clean?
Seriously, there's
Not
not,
a
even
crumble.
any Snickle Fritz.
No Snickle Fritz to be seen. I'm
You know
sorry,
what?
but if you smoke weed, ain't none of your bags ever been that clean.
I've gotten it pretty clean because you get it down to the corner, and then you do the pinch, and then you do it the other way and put it right in the bowl because it's Snickers
Yes,
Fritz.
but it still has dust.
And it does. It
Anyone?
does have dust.
Dust.
Anyone? No dust.
I'll lick it. But yeah, that looks like
I
he
won't
sucked
lick
on
it.
that bag. It's like
I mean,
there's
I'm
not
like,
a speck.
I'll pick it up and I'll eat it, but like I'm not gonna lick the bag.
Yes.
I'm not that hard up. It's way easier for us to get weed too. I think that's part of the
True.
problem.
So he calls up his buddy for a dimer delivery.
Yeah, he's like, I don't fucking.
I ain't
This is
Domino's.
Domino's.
Get
Come
over
get your
here.
lazy ass over here and come get it.
So he heads out in his torn shirt, boxers, and his
slippers.
mom. I'm assuming his mom's pink fuzzy slippers.
They
but
fit
maybe
him.
his.
She got some big ass feet.
You never know. And their neighbor Randy is out there working on his Ford.
His big ass truck. He's covering so hard.
And yeah, okay. So Jack Noseworthy, which we just learned, has been out and proud since the 90s.
Which,
early,
great.
1990.
90,
Early.
Yeah.
He's been with the same dude and is now married to the same dude since 1990.
They got married in
They're
2011.
adorable.
Got a nice little family.
And good for fucking you.
Yeah, but I had
no clue.
No idea.
No idea.
When I was watching Dead at 21.
With these lady mud flaps and
I
his like
know.
choker chain necklace and his black tank top.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's screaming out.
I
Screaming
picked
out.
up so many things as we go through about his dialogue that I was like, did he write this?
Right? You are a pistol.
Yes,
Yes.
the compliments. And he
Yes.
calls her kitten and all this stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a
Ooh,
second.
ooh,
Did
ooh,
he
ooh.
write the flirty
He
parts?
wants to be Miss Vivica A.
Right?
Fox.
He calls her Foxy. Of
Right?
course.
She's got that hairline, though.
So, oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Well, this was before.
She already had like a 6 head right here, though.
Well,
I think.
yeah, I know, but it's gotten
She's beautiful,
very
but that forehead.
Queen Elizabeth.
It's regal.
Very
is
much just
regal.
Regal as fuck.
So he goes and slides through the basement window of, I don't even know whose house. I guess Pnub's house. Pnub? I can't.
Whatever.
Pnub.
But did you see the L7 poster?
Yes, I did clock the L7 poster.
I was
in
like,
the
oh,
background.
hey, L7.
And Prodigy poster.
Oh, I was trying to read
It was
what they all were.
Prodigy,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what it
I
was.
couldn't, those are the only two I caught.
Yeah, I didn't see anything else. The rest of them were other things.
And they've just finished off the Chronic.
The Chronic.
The Chronic.
The Chrondoja.
I didn't say what I was holding.
Right? It
Grabs
was my
his
dick.
So they tell him to combine nutmeg and oregano.
Yeah.
That'll
I-
get you super wasted.
I was
Not a
like,
good
you know
idea.
what? We should try it. But I'm like, no,
No.
let's not do that.
No. Then our hand will get possessed and we'll kill
Oh, no.
people. So they start telling him he needs ambitions and goals, but his dream is to just lie in bed all day and watch TV while someone brings him food. I don't see the problem.
I don't either.
These are my goals,
Maybe
Anton.
that's what I want to do. Why is that wrong?
Why are we Anton?
Why are we Anton? Why does this sound good to me?
Or we're going to be Mick and Pnub just like after death.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen.
So he mentions he hasn't seen his parents in a couple days.
Oh,
A couple days. He
I
says
missed
right here, I
that
haven't seen my
part.
parents in a couple days. Girl, they be stinking.
yeah.
I mean, I know it's October,
If they're in the things,
but they're in the window,
in the sun.
in the sun. They be stinking. Come on now.
I mean, it's October 5th.
Oh, but he
today.
lit 5 incenses.
Oh, that's what it was. He's smelling that nagi. It don't matter.
So
Don't
he
matter.
couldn't even tell. Couldn't
Yep,
even
it's
tell.
fine. It's fine.
So they're like, "We'll party at Anton's. Parents are dead." And he's like, "Whoa!" And they go,
Whoa,
"Look, don't you
hey."
know there's a killer on the loose?" And he doesn't.
They're like
He
they're
hates that show, The
discussing
News.
yeah, they're discussing the murders that have recently happened.
When we hear
Right. Here comes
Molly
your
out there on
woman.
her hog.
Her
Which,
hog,
okay, if
little-
this is our introduction to Molly, little badass in high school, riding around on a motorcycle. She a bass player. She got a book of lyrics. I have no explanation for why you would set up a character like this, only to disappoint us.
Yes, I know.
Boys, I know she's beautiful,
Gorgeous.
gorgeous. She dumb as hell.
Oh my God, Molly is such a
she a
fucking
Fabienne.
fully. And does she not have parents? She says she does.
She's, but you
But I
never
don't
see
think you
him.
never see him. Mm-mm. She don't have any parents over there. She just dumb as hell.
So they're like, "Go get your woman," but he's never talked to her. They've lived
Nope.
across the street
Nope.
for years.
Never spoke to her.
Too shy to speak to her.
He's like, well, I'm going to go out and talk to her. Like, well, you need to borrow some pants.
Yeah, they go ask her to the dance, which you would know about if you've been to school in the past 6 months, which is where I got that he hasn't been to school.
Right. And so he's not seen his parents in a couple of days. He has not been to school in 6 months.
And I'm going to guess by the looks of them all, they're juniors or seniors at this point.
Yeah. They seem old enough.
Yeah.
Because what's his name says, one of the, was it Tanya or something, is like, oh, I'm a senior.
I think one of
And
them
Randy
mentions
is
it.
like, I've been out of
school for 3 years. Yeah. So he's looking out the window at her and sees that she dropped her lyric book in the street.
Yeah, so he runs right out. He's going to go pick it up.
So he
and
borrows the
sniffs it.
pants.
He puts on like Jinkos or something.
I know, some big ass pants and
And
no
the-
shoes. He just takes off the slippers and goes out there barefoot.
I don't know, but I did love that Pnub mentions the Red Shoe Diaries.
I knew you were gonna say. I put a note because I almost skipped it, and then I was like, Tessa gonna bring up
I'm
them
gonna be
Red
like,
Shoe
yeah,
Diaries.
the Red Shoe Diaries. Yeah, that's gonna be in there.
And then as soon as he goes out the window, Pnub finds a big old
He's
sack
like,
of
"Oh,
weed,
look at what I found. It's the crop.
and he pulls out that titty bong.
Yes, the titty bong.
Every high school boy that smokes weed had a titty bong.
Everybody
you know, he did.
had a titty bong.
So yeah, he
so
stops
he-
to sniff her book and read some of her lyrics.
Sniff her notebook, which is not a euphemism.
And he gives it back to her, and she appreciates it being returned, but he chickens and just
She's
bails.
like so deep though when he's looking through it with her shitty fucking collages.
What is with this ransom fucking note magazine clipping lyric book? You've been individually clipping out the letters of every word?
No,
of
she's
your
just
lyrics?
got little clips from her 17 magazine, her Sassy. She's making a little collage.
And she tells him later that she's had this since she was 13, and it's barely half full.
No, it's like there's only, but yeah.
She hasn't written that much.
She talks about her lame ass lyrics that he's memorized.
Oh, God.
And she's like, oh my God, I wrote that when I was like 13. It's like in that little ass notebook.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you now?
Like
3
least
years at
17,
least?
yeah.
At least 3 years?
At least. So he bails, he chickens out, they don't talk. So now
yeah.
we're at a jail in Utah,
Yeah, in Beaver, Utah.
and a nun.
Yeah, Sister
Vivica-
Liquor.
Yeah, Sister Liquor, Vivica A. Fox, is coming to see an inmate with a withered ass hand.
Right, and that's LeCure.
Yes.
Right, and she's like, yeah, he's all, oh, the hand. She looks at the hand, but it's gone.
Too late.
And just like, well, where did it go? Beaver, Baker, Bolin. And
It's
it
all
makes a
B names. And like, I'm
pentagram.
sorry, her connection that was a pentagram based on the X's on that map, that was a reach.
Well, it's like Outback Steakhouses.
What?
You ever see that thing where somebody put out all the
No.
Outback Steakhouses in their town and then they made a pentagram?
No.
They're like,
I
what
did
is
not see
Outback
that.
up to?
I did not see
It was
that.
either a pentagram or a bloomin' onion.
So yeah, she's got all these articles and this map. She's been marking off these murders, and she heads to Anton's town because they've got these
she
news articles
figures
now.
out that this is where it is. So Anton goes to the store
to get a lot of dog food.
Yeah, a lot. More than anything else.
Yeah, I don't even. What else was in that cart besides dog food?
I don't know, but he's like, it's like this foggy ass.
Middle of the day,
I don't know. It's spooky.
and he gets knocked over by these dumbass town
These
cops.
fucking pigs.
Oh,
that
and I
were-
wrote roach from people under the
Oh,
stairs
see,
right
look, there
here.
you go. You knew it. You knew it then. And the cops were seniors when he was a freshman.
And they're like, "Oh, you never asked us to hang out and get high with you. You were seniors, and he was a freshman. Why
I
would
know.
he be asking you to come get high with him?"
Because they're fucking dorks and he was cool. So, like, I guess. I don't know.
And then he tries to hit him up for weed.
Right. He's like, are you Holden Caulfield?
Oh.
William Holden? We don't do that here.
Right, and so they cite him. They go to cite him for his empty
littering.
baggie that smells like
He's
weed.
like, you can't.
And so they
arrest
throw
me
it on
for
the
that.
ground,
Yeah,
like,
for
oh.
littering these fucking pigs.
And he takes
200
that ticket
bucks.
home and uses
And
it to roll
rolls a
up
joint.
his
Oh,
oregano
nutmeg.
and nutmeg joints.
Yes.
A big old hooter too.
Hoot,
Not
hoot.
even a sampler.
No, it's not a sampler platter.
You might as well have rolled a blunt out of oregano
Right?
and nutmeg.
Seriously, you should have went and got a backwoods. A Swisher Sweet.
There you go. And he
Cut it
takes
open.
a deep
Right?
puff.
I ain't even hit the motherfucker yet.
And
And it was like that time I did that with the fucking angel dust. I didn't know that's what it was. And I was like hitting it like fucking gangbusters.
I'm cool. Look at me.
I'm cool. I'm super fucking cool. Now I'm on angel dust. Woo! I'm gonna flip a cop car.
Wow.
That was stupid.
You're lucky your hand didn't get possessed.
Oh my god, I know. Cause I'm lazy as fuck.
So he runs to the kitchen, rinses his mouth out with water and dish soap.
Yeah. I guess that was his idea.
Oh,
He
was
just
it?
Did it?
And he gets out the bologna fixins.
Oh, already the mayo and the bologna and the fucking
And because he's watching a music video in the other room over the kitchen island,
yes,
he's not looking at the sandwich at all. So
no,
it was dangerous to begin with because he grabs the biggest bread knife
he could find,
and he's just slathering the mayo. And it's all bloody.
Yes,
And
he
he's
doesn't notice.
mixing blood in with his sandwich.
Oh no,
Blood loany
no,
sandwich.
no. bologna's already nasty.
Bologna.
No, it's
I'll
gonna
eat
leave
a
that
bologna
film-
sandwich, but I gotta have a slice of Kraft American on there.
At least
I gotta feel like I'm in third grade
God,
if I'm gonna eat a bologna
I'm
sandwich.
so disgusted right now. I'm so fucking disgusted.
Oh yeah,
with you.
French's mustard. You gotta have some French's mustard on that bologna sandwich. Come on now. This is the whitest sandwich I ever seen. Just bologna and mayo
And the blood of your parents.
And the
after
blood-
you kill them.
yep.
That's the whitest sandwich I've ever
So
seen.
after he's taken a bite, he notices the bloody knife and is
Right.
like,
He puts it back in the mayo and like that cat is
"Oh shit, the
playing with-
killers are in my house!"
Right, the cat's playing with an eyeball.
And so like he had already been in this kitchen once.
I know.
You didn't see the eyeball?
He's not looking. He's high on nutmeg and
I
oregano.
know I'm a stoner, but I hope I would see just loose eyeballs on my kitchen floor.
Well,
I hope.
I've had the munchies something fierce, and I'm telling you right now, I'm not eating a fucking
No.
Miracle Whip and bologna
oh
sandwich.
God, was it also Miracle Whip?
Oh, I don't know if it was
Oh,
mayo
I
or
hope
Miracle
not.
Whip.
I hope not. So he grabs the dog, pushes the dog out ahead to check the murderers.
Duke, poor Duke.
Grabs an umbrella for defense.
Yes.
And he's about to go out the front door, but he sees a shadow of a person
Yes.
and runs up to his parents' bed and
Hides under the
their
blankets.
sheet
Yeah.
with the dog, which was adorable.
Of course.
Get
it
in
was
here.
yeah, come on, Duke. And then he sees the
writing
message
on the
over
ceiling.
the bed. Right. He's like, oh, fuck. And he runs down the stairs again and trips. And then he trips into the pumpkin people. And oh, no.
It's his parents.
Dad?
And he runs outside and pukes. And Pnub and Mick sneak up on him. That's who was outside the house.
Right. They were like, oh, hey, what's up? And they come in. He's like, you got to come see this. And when they come in, is that 2 Live Crew? Pop that pussy.
Pop that
pussy.
coochie. Pop,
Well,
pop
this is
that-
coochie,
yeah,
but you
pop
know
that
it's pussy.
coochie.
Pop that pussy. Pop.
And they're all excited. Oh, I
They're
thought
like,
this
oh,
was
shit.
banned.
Yeah, I thought they couldn't show this anymore. And it's
And he's like, no, look it, dickhead. Someone killed my fucking parents.
right. He's like, that porn star shirt. Remember them?
Yes.
Remember them? And so now there's like a torn piece of his shirt or a torn piece of
Of
a
something in mom's
Sorry,
hand.
guys. I don't know if you've ever seen this one before.
And the word ant is written in blood on the floor.
ants? They were killed by ants? Do you have like a psychotic ant?
And then they find the burger bag from was it Burger Jungle or Jungle Burger?
Yeah, Jungle Burger, whatever. There's
That's
2
got
left
ears.
The Feldstein twins. Like, oh, onion ring.
And they notice that the missing fabric matches Anton's
Oh,
shirt.
shit. He was like,
The killer
oh,
was
the killer
wearing your shirt.
This is so, what is it? Dude, where's my car?
Yeah, but he backs into the darkness and you can see he's also got glow paint all over his hands.
Yes.
And he's,
like,
the
oh,
killer was
fuck
wearing me.
Yeah, it's me.
I'm the killer.
He's like, well, I'm going to call 911. What's the number?
Anton rips the cord out of the wall.
Yes.
And it's like, look, I remember this. I'm
yeah,
not a killer.
I'm not, whatever. He's like, you were the one that told me to smoke that nutmeg.
Right, he's blaming it on the nutmeg. So Mick blocks him with the fridge door and tries to offer him a beer.
Right, which he breaks the bottle and
You hear a scream, and then we pan to Pnub smoking a bowl in the other room, and Mick walks in with this bottle stuck in his forehead. And I love this effect.
I know.
And I love that it's still got beer in it.
Yes.
That when any moving fast of the head or
Yes, you
shaking of
see
the head,
that.
you hear the little slosh in there. Attention to detail, baby.
I love it. See, that's the thing.
Right.
I love the effects. I love the basis of this story.
Right. It's
But
original.
It's the Santeria of horror movies.
Which you said to me earlier. And
I
you
know, but
still
I'm saying
didn't
because
explain.
they play it later and I hate Santeria. I fucking hate it.
They played Santeria? I didn't even
They
clock
sure the
that.
fuck did.
I didn't
At the
even
very,
notice.
very end. And I was like, oh, you know what? This movie is the Santeria of fucking horror movies. Because 40 Ounces to Freedom I'll listen to all goddamn day long if it's over 90 degrees outside. But anything after that's terrible.
Are you saying Idle Hands is terrible?
No, it's not terrible. That's what I'm saying. I like things about it.
Oh, okay.
But
you
it's
don't like
just-
the whole
By
thing.
Santeria.
It's tainted by Santeria.
It's tainted by Santeria and Offspring.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Offspring either. So anyway, he slams
Sorry
the
if I
door
offended
to
anybody, I
stop
don't care.
Pnub from escaping. So Pnub goes down to the basement.
Yes.
But the hand breaks through the door, and he drags Anton. And now this whole acting while the hand's still attached to him.
Yeah.
He does a really good job of making it seem like that hand is operating independently.
Devin Sawa
of
is
him.
great.
I love him.
I'm saying I love like everybody in this movie except for Jessica Alba.
How about we say Jessica Alba is the Santeria of actresses?
There you go. Jessica Alba is the Santeria of this movie.
If that's all that's ruining it for you.
Yeah, you know what? There you go.
All
There
right.
you go.
All right.
I'm into
And
that.
of sunblock.
What?
What?
Her baby.
Oh,
It's supposed to be like safe. It's totally.
It's not. Yeah,
Oh.
that her whatever baby shit that she made. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, no. Jessica Alba is the Santeria of this movie. Other than that, the movie's fine.
All right. So Pnub is trying to run away. Anton's telling him, go, run.
Right. And he's like, well, I need to get by you. And he's like, just run. I can't hold it.
And he almost gets up the stairs.
But he picks up a saw blade and
frisbees it right at him. Slices his head clean off.
And this is great. This effect where it like.
And then he's all cool as he dies.
Yes.
So Anton's hand is now clearly living its own best life.
Yes.
He is
doing its thing.
Choking back tears. What have I done? And he's like gripping his wrist, and the hand is just
it's like
spazzing out.
Yes.
So he puts on some cartoons, and then the hand's like, nah.
Nope. I
There's
want to
spooky
watch
hand shit on TV.
Thriller. Yeah, there's spooky hand
Nothing
shit.
but spooky hand shit on TV.
Exactly. I noticed that.
Why?
I don't know. Cause
What are
it's
the chances?
Spooky hand times.
Maybe it's part of his spooky hand power.
Oh, yeah. He like wrestles over the remote control. Mm-hmm. And they like bones the cat.
Yeah, the cat's like, what the fuck? It's swatting at the hand, and he
He's like,
grabs
get out
him
of here, and like swings it
by the tail and swings
it's
him out the
awful.
window.
Awful. Into Molly's yard.
So he runs out to find the cat, who's fine, of course.
Oh, was it? I didn't.
Yeah, it was fine.
I missed that part. I was taking notes.
And the hand wants him to ring the doorbell, and it like launches him over the railing and presses the doorbell incessantly.
Yes. And so she
not bad
comes
enough
down
for
here
evil.
in this baby tee and booty shorts.
She opens her, like, not knowing who it is. That's how you open the door?
Well, there was a lot of glass. I assume she saw him.
I guess.
But yeah, she comes out here like, hi.
And he's all covered in blood.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I got in a fight with my cat.
He smells. Well, he kicked
Oh, I
your
had
ass.
a note at the very end. When they're
You know
making
he
out under that car, you know he stank. Because from this moment, he ain't showered through this whole thing.
He ain't.
He ain't. He ain't so hard I had to add H to the beginning.
He ain't so hard he became a ghost.
Yeah. So she's like, aren't you a little old for ding dong ditch?
He's like, yeah, sorry about your bush.
Oh. So she's like, you got your ass kicked by the cat. And this hand wants to kill her so bad. So he's like trying to leave.
He's like tries to tell her that he's dangerous.
And yeah, and she's like, oh, come inside.
Yeah, come right up to my room.
to my bedroom.
Little girl.
Well, my parents aren't home.
Little girl.
And shut the door.
Little girl.
She a hoe.
Like, right? She's dumb and a hoe.
Because, like, there's a killer on the loose. This boy covered in blood.
Yes.
Acting weird as fuck.
Yes.
Chasing cats into your bushes.
Yes.
And
throwing
your
cats
parents
into your
aren't
bushes.
home. Dumb.
Dumb as hell.
So he tells her he read her lyrics, and at first she's like, oh.
Oh my God.
And he's like, they're amazing. She's like,
Oh, I know. I
never
was like
mind.
13 when I read A Devil Girl with nothing to lose. She got wind in her hair and come on her shoes. Yeah, come on.
So bad.
Come on. Did she cut all that out of her sassy magazine?
And he's like, I'm dangerous. And she's like, oh.
Sure, Jan.
So the hand grabs
Goes
her
for
ass.
that booty. And she's like, oh.
And she's down. She's like, I
Right?
didn't
She's
think
like,
you'd have the
guts, the balls to grab me like that.
to molest me in my own room.
I didn't think that you would assault me like that. I'm
And then
so
she
into
pushes him down on the bed and starts kissing him. And he's like choking her out. And she's just like,
she got issues.
she do.
He's
She's
like, I'm gonna
it
tie this
rough."
hand up. She's like,
Yes. What's up, Kinky? And she just keeps
Kinky.
making out
I
with him.
know.
You know he smells so
I
much.
know.
Between the Nag Champa, the dead bodies, the weed.
He didn't brush
He
his teeth.
hasn't
I didn't
brushed
see
his
that
teeth or
shit.
showered.
He's been rubbing up on the dog, the cat, the dead bodies.
Oh.
He
And we get a little
stinks.
cutaway of Vivica barreling through
Oh
traffic
yeah,
in her
she's
Airstream.
on her way. Yeah, and her Winnebago.
But now Molly's parents are home.
Oh yeah, but
And
we
when
never see
he
him.
gets up to go, his pants are down around his damn knees. And is that just because they're big, or was she giving this fool a handy already?
She probably was. She was like dry humping him.
Oh,
The outside of the boxers. Yeah, it was like trying to find its way out the boxer.
How
hole.
they do? How they move.
do? Yeah.
How they
Slap,
move
slap,
so that,
slap,
oh
slap,
no, it was an
Oh no,
accident.
it came out. Touch it.
So he goes home to bury bodies.
He was showing her the trick where he could move it.
Look at me flex. He was doing puppetry of the penis for her.
Watch this I can do. And you're like, oh my God, that's so funny. Ah. Oh, just me? Sorry.
Oh my God. So he's leaving to go back to his house to bury bodies. And before we find out what happens,
Yes, please, let's take a break.
it's a good time for a break. We'll be right back.
Am I supposed to do that?
Hey, you guys!
Guess what we got for you?
Ooh, it's a surprise.
Discounts.
Ooh, get there now.
8bitzombie.com. I'm telling you, I got some shirts from there. I got some stickers from there. This is good quality shiz.
Yes, else we wouldn't be telling you about it right now.
He throws in some little extras, like some cool trading cards, like Mr. T, Jurassic Park, stuff like that.
Before he even knew.
Yes,
She
that was just.
was.
I found them online. I ordered some shirts because I couldn't find a Chainsaw and Dave shirt anywhere else.
No.
Or a cartoon Beetlejuice shirt anywhere else.
No, and that Bebop shirt, I want it.
So 8, BITZOMBIE.com, code DOOM, DOOM, for 10% off. Get over there now.
Today.
And we're back.
We are back and we are digging graves out in the backyard.
Apparently not very deep, though.
No, because he hears groaning and some commotion, and here come Mick.
help me, man.
Yeah, he pops up from the grave like, I'm not dead.
I must have been unconscious. Dig me up.
He pops up and he grabs him, and there go Pnub.
Pnub.
And then Anton gets knocked out with a shovel. Like, he tries to Googleize everybody.
Yeah, he gives a little funeral. He apologizes to
Right.
everyone for killing them.
Right. And in the morning, Anton comes down again.
And so they carried his ass all the way to the attic.
Seriously.
Up
I mean,
that little ladder. Just throw his ass on the couch.
right? I mean, I don't.
So he thinks it was all a bad dream.
Yeah, he goes down, he sees Mick, and he's like, oh, shit. I'm so glad you're alive, because I had this wild-ass dream that you guys were dead.
But as he comes around the corner, he sees that Mick is throwing cheesy poofs into Pnub's decapitated head on the
into
chair.
his mouth. Oh, God. He's like, oh, shit, they are, in fact, dead.
And he's all scared, like, gonna run and hide. And they're like, no, we're over it.
Yeah, it's
we were
cool.
mad at first, but...
Right, like, we're undead, actually.
Yes.
And he was like, well, we saw, like, the light, and there was, like, Enya.
Tunnel and uncool music, like,
yeah,
Enya.
And they're like, come to me.
So we were like,
Whatever,
fuck it. It was
And, like,
really
like,
far.
super far.
And I just wrote, so us.
Yes.
We'll never make it to heaven if you have to walk
We're
there.
going to be fucking undead.
Because you have to walk
If you
down
gotta walk
the tunnel.
to Enya?
I mean, I like Enya, but it's not going to make me walk down the tunnel.
No, it's not
make
going
me
to
lay down and take a nap.
Come on. Yeah, right? Ça, dis-moi.
That's not Enya.
No, that's Enigma. But same thing.
It's an
Same
e-name.
shit.
It's an e-name. It works.
Isn't it that thing that Enya like lives in a castle with her cats
Yeah.
like alone and whatever? And
She
that's
has the dream life.
good for her. Mm-hmm. I bet you she's got unicorns.
If they exist, Enya has them.
They exist.
All you need to
Enya's
do
got
is
it.
play music down the tunnel.
Yes.
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 So, Anton's hand grabs him by himself by
Yes.
the hair.
He's like, oh, my hand's like possessed. It won't
not
obey
obeying
me. Yeah. He's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
So he wants to know what they know about Satan and evil, and they're like, nothing.
Yeah. Like,
Well, who do you know that knows something?
I will take you over there to somebody that knows.
Well, and they don't take him because they can't go
Oh,
anywhere.
yeah,
'cause
that's
they're
right.
dead.
They can't.
So
Yeah, they
he
can't go anywhere. So
heads over to the burger jungle.
right, and that's where Randy's slithering up to a grieving.
Yeah, so he's hanging out watching the girls cry about the twins that were killed. And he goes and flirts with Tanya.
Right, and she's like in high school, but he's been out for 3 years.
And he's
And-
going to capitalize on her guilty feelings about how mean she was to these dorky twins.
Yes, of course. And then that's when Anton runs up.
And cock blocks him.
Cock blocks. I can't believe you cock blocked me like that.
And Randy doesn't want to hear it. He goes and takes off in his truck, but just gets in the drive-through line.
Yeah, he like
Which
drives
I thought was
over
a weird...
He drives over the memorial thing.
Yes,
in
and
his
then just
big-ass
gets in the
Marty
drive-through.
McFly truck.
Yes.
It's like an even more obnoxious Marty McFly truck. Like, how do you? Well, we find out that they can't. Like, how do you see people
Yeah, you don't.
in a truck that high?
You
How
don't.
did Randy get in that truck?
It's got to have one
He
of those
had
little
like a little
step
step
things.
stool,
Yeah.
but he's 5'7".
Oh, wow. So Anton snatches one of these uniforms off the
Yes.
memorial pile.
Off of one of the dead twins' uniform, and he goes through the drive-thru to go talk to Randy.
He gives Tom DeLonge his break
Yes, that's right.
from the
He
window.
had to go look for aliens. Is that the one that looks for aliens?
I think so, yeah. And he's at the window when Randy pulls up. He wants to know everything he knows about the devil.
He's like, it's just music.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the devil.
He's like, it's just like Beethoven or no, what is it, Mozart or Beethoven or whatever. And that actually is the thing, because what's his name? The guy that made Tommy also made a movie called Listomania
Okay.
about Franz Liszt
Oh.
with Roger Daltrey. And
I don't
it's
think I've
like,
seen that one.
oh, it's weird. There's like a big dick,
Oh,
but he like
all
rides
right.
about. But at the time, people would get Listomania. They would get like all fucking freaked out about this piano music.
Yeah.
And so that's actually a thing based in fact. Like it was like the satanic panic of 18, whatever the
Interesting.
fuck, or 17, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't know when Liszt was a thing.
1848.
But then he
There you go,
tells him
1848.
about idle hands are the devil's playground. Because he tells him his hands are doing stuff he doesn't want him to do. So he
Right.
needs to keep himself busy.
Right. He's like, I used to be like that, but now I use it all my energy to work on the Ford. So you just got
Fix
to keep.
or repair daily. I remember somebody when I was a kid telling me that's what Ford stood for.
What was it that I heard from? It was King of the Hill. Fiat is fix it again, Tony.
I haven't heard that one.
I only heard it from King of the Hill.
Oh, that made me think of IROC, but I can't say that one out loud.
Oh.
Italian R word, out cruising.
Oh.
That was from like SNL or something. I feel like it was an
wow, when
Adam
it was still
Sandler
okay to
thing.
say
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So he goes
Italian
home.
Fabian.
Yeah, Italian Fabian out cruising. So he gets home and
I fuck.
and Dragula's playing on the TV.
Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches.
But he's just digging through the knitting needles. He's
Yes.
like knitting a blanket between his buddies.
Right. He's like, I'm keeping my hands busy. He's like, yeah, that's the thing. I got to do all this. And Pnub is using his own head as a bong.
What? No.
Didn't you-
Was
like,
he?
he's-
I thought he
it-
was just smoking and then the smoke was coming out his neck.
It looked to me like he was using his own head as a bong.
He has no
somehow.
mouth on his neck.
I don't know how he was.
I
doing
thought he was putting the
Well, I
pipe
don't
in
see
his
how that would
mouth
work.
and smoking it, and then the smoke was
Oh,
coming up out
maybe.
of the neck hole while it
Maybe
was
that's
upside
what was
down in
going-
his
I don't
lap.
see how that would work 'cause it's not going into your lungs.
No,
Well,
there's
they're
no way
dead.
he could get high, and they're dead.
Yeah. How's he getting any of it?
He's not.
Okay.
He's not.
He's just going through the motions.
And so then the cops from earlier have gotten a noise complaint. And they
Yes.
pull up front and go peeking in the windows.
Right. And they see their dead bodies.
What appears to be two dead bodies
Well,
on
he
the
sees
couch
a
next to
decapitated
Anton.
fucking
Yeah.
head. And they're like, oh shit, we got probable cause.
So they burst in
Mm-hmm.
and tell him to freeze, but he can't stop knitting.
Right. He's like, no, you gotta cuff me.
Just cuff me.
He's like, this is great. You'll arrest
Put
me. I'll
down the
get a-"
needles.
Yeah, I can't. He's doing the thing.
They
he
do a
keeps
whole
doing.
back and forth. And
Right.
when he finally, he like drops the knitting, but not the needle. And he just
Bop through his whole
skewers this
fucking head.
officer ear to ear.
Yes.
Oh,
See, now these parts are great.
yeah.
These parts are great.
And then he grabs a taser and shocks Roach in the face until
right
he
in the
dies.
How?
Does that how a taser works?
It
A
did for
cop's
that one
taser?
cop that fucking. Oh no, it was she grabbed the gun instead of the taser and didn't know the difference between the two. That's different.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, in the face.
Yeah,
I'm sure it does.
I guess.
If
it
if
made
there's
like burn
if
marks.
there's a way to kill somebody, the cops will figure out a way to do it. I know this.
And the response of his friends, go Buffalo.
Yeah, good job. He was
Exactly.
like, "Well, we were gonna do what you wanted, but now he should just fucking kill you."
Yeah, because they were
Like,
being
they're
they
being
were being
annoyed.
mean about it.
Right. He's like, I can't keep doing this.
So he has an idea, and he goes and gets the bagel slicer,
Yes,
the bagel guillotine.
guillotine. He's like, oh man, that shit doesn't even fucking cut my bagel.
Which it's true. If
It-
you've ever
no,
used one of those, it
it
just
doesn't.
mashes your fucking
it
bagel.
does, and that's what happens here. It just mashes
it
over.
bends. It just
Yes!
like over his
Yep,
hand.
It does nothing. It is pointless.
And they're like, well, what are you going to do when you cut off that one? What about the other one?
He's like, oh no, that one's good.
The left
That
hand's a
one's good. I
keeper.
can- It's a
It wasn't
keeper.
idle enough.
Yes, you see it. Yeah, you
He's
can
a
switch
lefty. He kept it busy.
Yes, I can switch the channels. I could light my lighter. I can do my thing.
What did he say? Relieve stress.
Mm-hmm.
So then Mick goes and grabs the electric carver Look at me, I'm Leatherface.
But
And it just unplugs.
You could just plug it in somewhere else.
It just had a short cord, and he's like, "Oh, thanks." It's like
you don't
just
have
plug
a
it
plug
in over
on
there,
your island
right? What's the point of an island
if you don't have a plug on it?
I mean, I know it was 99, but come
But
on, they had
still.
plugs in islands by then.
They had plugs in
That's
islands by
Just take
then.
that sentence out of context and take that with you,
just-
like that.
just take
I wouldn't
that
have
with
spent
you.
if it weren't for my horse. I wouldn't have spent that year in college.
Yeah, for sure. Like before the millennium, they would have totally.
Yeah. So he gets out the cleaver.
Yes, he's like, I'll just use this, the big old chopper,
And we have this whole scene of him trying to chop off his own hand and his
Which he
hand
keeps
running away from him.
ditching him or whatever, and he can't do it. And then finally, he's got because Pnub is like, oh, I can't watch, and he like moves his head around,
So he makes him bite down on
bite
his
down,
hand.
and he's like, oh, don't cut me.
And he chops it off in one go.
Oh man, he does it
And Mick gets the iron, which is somehow already hot.
right, and he's
And
like, haven't you ever
cauterizes
seen
the
ER?
wound?
It's gonna get an infection. You gotta cauterize the wound.
Ooh, that nasty. That can be infected for sure.
Well,
And he wraps it up with like
Target
cloth
bag.
and a Target bag. And they run to Pnub's for a first aid kit and frozen burritos.
Yeah, I got some antiseptic and some burritos.
Be right back.
So Anton sees the message. Bad move, Anton.
Because now the hand is loose.
Loosey goosey.
Now it's like evil thing.
Right, yes. Oh, yes.
This is the antithesis of thing.
So now dumbass Molly arrives banging like the goddamn police on the goddamn door.
And he talks to her. There is no reason for her to continue to knock and ring the doorbell
Nope.
and shout. She has identified he is inside the house. He has told her to
They're
wait.
going to be late to the party.
Do not come in. Stay outside.
Don't come in here.
And meanwhile, blood drips from the ceiling onto his face, and the fucking hand
No!
drops right onto his face. And she's
Yep.
like, "We're gonna be late." It's like you can't hear
Shut
all this screaming
the
and commotion.
Fuck up.
So Anton finally gets his hand in the microwave, and
The microwave.
it bubbles and cooks and splats and squirts blood out the fingers, and then just explodes.
It do. And so did it explode? Because it
Well,
was
no, it didn't
reconstituted.
explode, but it like
It, like,
popped.
popped?
Like the
Okay.
juices popped
Okay.
out of it, so that's why it was all dried.
Yeah, well, because there was a mess in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
All right.
So yeah, but it didn't like explode.
So he finally he
And then
runs.
she's gonna let herself
come
in.
right the fuck it,
Why don't you just do that in the beginning? Number one,
bitch.
Number two, Anton, why your door ain't locked?
You're doing.
You just killed 2 cops and you didn't lock
nefarious
the
shit
door
in
behind
there.
you. And those cops' bodies, meanwhile, are just laying on the living room
that's
floor.
he,
You don't
like,
ever see
manages
them
to
again.
Scooch out. No.
They're just can
They're
presume they are there.
Yeah.
So he gets to the door. He runs out for her to go out to the
Oh
dance.
God! And this sexy fucking baby thing. Stop it.
You're
Stop
supposed to
it!
be a badass motorcycle riding, bass playing girl.
But you're
like,
not.
come on.
But you're not.
You wouldn't at least be the devil of the devil angel duo?
She's the devil girl with the wind in her hair,
right?
and she's gonna be an.
And she
on
could have
hell?
put some gum on her shoe, and she would
She
have just been her own lyrics.
But nobody would have got it but Anton.
But that would have been their cute little thing.
Oh, that would have been their thing.
Their
and
little
then-
first date
yeah,
thing.
Oh God, this is so fucking irritating.
She's like, "What are you supposed to be? A fast food employee that cut off his own hand? Cute.
yeah.
Oh my God,
Shut
how horny are
up.
you?
I don't know. She's like
She's
an alley
so
cat with her
horny.
asshole in the air.
She leaving a snail trail all over that porch.
Ah! Ah!
So
Barf, that's how
anyway.
she gets around.
Mick and Pnub come back and immediately let the hand out of the microwave
Yes.
because they want to make a burrito.
Right. because
And disregard it. It
Yeah,
flies
they're like,
out the
oh,
window off into the night, and they're
they
just
know
like,
that this is what's going on.
and not only they're ew, this microwave's dirty. Oh, let's clean it. Oh, what the fuck? Let's clean the whole fucking house.
No.
And then he just chucks the burrito in this bloody,
Is
gory
that why he
microwave.
doesn't want to eat it? The first one?
I
Is
don't
because it was
know.
in the nasty mouth, but then he makes the
He
second
makes
one.
it. They keep
It
eating.
got cooked out. It's fine.
Well, it's
Well,
in the wrapper.
well, they cooked it in the wrapper, so the burrito didn't get bloody, but still,
Ew.
ew.
It's got a smell.
Well, I guess they're dead. What the fuck do they
Yeah,
care?
what do they care? Well, we.
The first. And we missed the part where he put Mick's head back, or he put Pnub's head back on.
he
He
he's
couldn't
like
handle
annoyed.
seeing his loose head,
So,
so
he gets the big fork and like jams it into his neck,
And so then when
puts
he's
it back on there,
eating the burrito. I had to look away. This is the only part of this movie I cannot watch. He eats this burrito
How did
and
it
the
turn
beans.
into doo doo? How did
are
it turn into poop?
dork, and they come out his neck slit.
How did it turn into poo poo that
I
quick?
don't know. It's dork.
Dork.
I don't know. And Nick's like, ew. And he gets the duct tape.
Ew.
And duct tapes up his
Oh.
neck slit.
Oh.
And there's still just like beans coming out. Oh, it's so gross.
One of them El Monterey's hot beef.
Right?
And Anton comes back as they're about to eat another burrito and is like, no, don't open the microwave, but it's too fucking late. You're just in time to be too fucking late, Anton.
Right, because he walks that bitch all the way to the dance.
Well, no, because he halfway there, he tells her, you go and go straight
But
there.
like,
And
it seemed like it was almost there.
yeah, I don't know how far the school is from their house, but walking
They're
distance
gonna
apparently.
be lit.
And like, she didn't take him on the back of her motorcycle to the dance?
Right? What the fuck? Why didn't this bitch drive?
Come on now.
Because I know that later on when he's supposed to be driving that truck, it's not even him because Devin Sawa did not even have a license at this time.
Oh,
It's a stunt driver.
that's okay. He couldn't use his hand anyway. It was Seth Green driving. Don't spit.
Beans.
So yeah, so it's right here. He tells her he can't go to the dance yet. He's got to go clean up the mess he made. The mess he made doing his costume. Your hand,
He's
as
been
far
wearing
as she
that
knows,
since yesterday.
you were in the same clothes she made out with you in yesterday. They were even bloody at the time. All
She got
you
her
did,
period.
as far as she knows, is wrap your hand in a plastic bag. So
Yeah.
what mess that you made making
She's
your
too
costume.
stupid to know, Nicole.
And all she's worried about is you're not going to stand me up, are you?
You're not gonna stab me up, are you?
There is a killer on the loose, Bella.
This is the skin of a killer.
If he was glittery, she would have known.
No, she wouldn't. She's
No,
too
she
dumb.
wouldn't.
She's too dumb to know.
But yeah, so then he gets back and the beans and the licking it off his fingers and it's so bad. It's so bad. So he's all pissed. Where's the hand? Try looking up your own ass because he's like, they're
That's
like they
where
don't give
it's
a
at.
fuck.
Right. So now Debbie arrives.
Yeah,
at
cut to the hand crawling down the street. And now
Oh,
we're at
yes.
the bowling alley with Randy and his other high school friends he hangs out and bowls with because he sends them off to the dance.
Yeah, and they were in high school.
I guess.
They look like that old ass couple from Lost Boys that gets their fucking
Yep.
top torn off. That's what they
Totally.
look like. To me. It kind of gave me that.
Uh-huh.
when they
That
see them
whole
later.
vibe.
But yeah, Debbie arrives at the lane. She's looking for the hand. Randy
Hey, Foxy,
slithers
you
up.
looking for a ball? Because I can help you find one that's the right size for
She's
you.
like, yeah, okay, why not?
And then no bowling happens.
No, they go straight to the bar.
And have a beer.
Yeah, he asks her why she's in town. She's like, all right, I'm going to tell you.
I'm a druidic priestess, sworn to fight a certain evil force that possesses the laziest fuck up it can find, and it will kill as many people as possible and drag a soul to the netherworld.
Right? She just needs to find the fucker whose hand is possessed. And Randy's like, oh!
Because she's got the one thing that'll stop it.
Right.
And he's like,
Oh, shit.
this
Just
dude
today,
Anton
Anton
just told
was
me.
telling me just today that his hand was doing some weird ass shit. She's
Don't
like,
you fuck with me, mister. Ease up there, kitten.
Oh.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm telling
This
you.
guy was freaked.
He was freaked.
So they head out to the battle airstream.
Yes. And Anton tells his pals they got to go to the dance.
Well, because he has seen the words "she's mine"
Right,
written
right,
in
right.
blood, so he knows
'Cause
the
he's out
hand's
looking.
after his lady.
The hand is after Molly. And Mick is like, man, let's get high.
Yeah, and they want
Instead.
Anton to take some Anton time,
Yes.
but he's done with that.
Right.
And
He's
they're like,
done.
no Kevin Costner speech. Let's
No
just go because he
Kevin
starts to give a
Costner
whole.
speeches.
This is all I do. Is
Right.
good
And he's like,
job, smoke
let's
pot.
just go. I don't want to hear your fucking Kevin Costner speech.
So they go to steal the Ford, but the Airstream pulls up.
Yes, right in time to see them like leaving. And Randy's like, don't touch my Ford.
And Debbie runs out to stop him, but girl, this truck is taller
That's
than
what
you. What
I'm
were you
saying.
thinking?
Like, this is dangerous for pedestrians.
You
They
can't be
back
running up
right
behind a
into
truck
her
like
and
this.
knock her like across
Far
the
back.
street.
I thought she was dead.
I did too.
So they don't even see her. They hear her scream and look like,
Right, and they're like,
huh?
well,
They
I don't
see
see
nothing.
shit. Yeah, no, whatever, it's fine.
So they take off, and Randy goes to give her CPR.
He's like, ooh, this is my chance.
And she's like, yuck, you got barf breath.
She's like, who is that with the barf breath? He's like, oh, you're so cute.
I know, he smiles.
I know, he loves it.
So then this couple making out in the fogged up car, this couple,
Yes,
is that
they're
the same
dressed
couple?
Up, I
That's not
believe so. It's the same couple.
But
They're dressed up as
Kiss?
Kiss because they had to go work on their costumes.
Okay, maybe. I
So
didn't, yeah. So they're making out in this fogged up car.
Yeah, and she's like, it's hot.
We get our only titties besides the titty bong in the scene.
Right. So she's like, it's hot. Roll down the window. The hand gets in, and while he's tuning in Tokyo, here comes the hand who's also tuning in Tokyo.
There ain't no third titty there. This is not Total
that's
Recall.
weird. Like it's all
in the middle. It's all
like just grasping at shit.
And you didn't
It can't
notice
see.
all this extra finger happening?
Well,
Well, she looks down and screams, and it grabs her by the throat, and I
like,
guess just
choke
squeezes
breaks
her.
it?
Yeah,
I don't
squeezes it
know.
till it breaks.
and then it beats the other guy.
But
in
like
the window.
in one bang, it splats his head against the window.
Girl,
This hand is strong.
it's demonic.
It's strong.
It's demonic.
And like, how did Anton and them pull up just coincidentally in this parking lot full of cars? They pull up right next to the car where
And they're
this
like,
just
I
happened.
knew it.
And he just happens
They
to
didn't
look
know
in that
them.
car and open the door, and
Yep.
a body falls out.
It's the Santeria of horror movies, girl. I don't know what to tell you.
But it's fun. I mean, I was going to say Santeria is fun, but I don't know if I stand by that statement.
I don't know. I hate it.
I haven't
slightly
heard that
less
one in a
than-
long time. So
Well,
I'm
you'll
not
hear it
sure.
at the end of this movie. I'm gonna make you listen to it.
And
I'm gonna
so-
play an acoustic version. For
Oh
you.
Lord!
I can't play guitar.
So Offspring is on stage playing "I
Okay.
Want to Be Sedated."
So, not Molly goth dancing to Offspring playing the Ramones wearing an AFI T-shirt.
It was a lot. There
It was a
layers.
lot going-
There
she's-
was layers.
What is?
What was that dance to that song?
It's goth dancing. I don't know why she was doing that to that though.
I would love to hear that. What's her name? Jenny Ortega pulled part of her Wednesday dance from this dance in Idle Hands.
Maybe
Right.
They initially had a different song.
Maybe
maybe.
it was a different
Maybe it
song she
was.
was dancing to.
What's his name? Is like a genius
Yeah, he's got like a
or something.
master's in or a doctorate or I don't know.
Something
He's like
that.
a
Yeah, he's, like,
microbiologist
super
or some
fucking
shit.
smart.
Yeah.
He's pretty fly for a white guy.
So Molly is in there dancing with Tanya, who's a devil, to her angel.
Dancing.
And she's upset that Anton's not there
Oh
yet.
my god, he's like gonna stand me up. He's like taking so long.
And so Tanya goes to get punched, and she runs into Mick and Pnub,
Right.
and she loves their costumes.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Anton did it. Who did your makeup?
Anton, I guess.
So she asked Pnub to dance, and he's like, "Yeah, hell yeah." Mick's like, "Dude, we're
He's
not
like, there's a
here
bunch
for
of
this."
girls here. It's like it's fine.
And
it's
he's
good.
like holding his loose
yeah, he's like
head
it's on kind
on.
of loose. It's on kind of loose. Be careful.
And Anton, meanwhile, is looking for the hand, and we see the principal's office.
Oh yes, the principal's doing the
And
phone
now,
sex.
is it just me, or does this guy Timothy Stack play a teacher or a principal in like 50 movies? I swear to God, he's got
to
principal
be.
face.
He's been in
I
a
know
ton
he's
of
been.
stuff.
I feel like, and I don't know this, research assistant, is Timothy Stack the principal from Parker Lewis Can't Lose? Because that is what immediately came to mind.
Maybe.
That face and
Maybe.
Parker, or the dad. I feel Parker Lewis Can't Lose and that guy's face came to mind together. Yeah, I don't
When
know.
you said that,
He's in something where I'm like, his face is so familiar.
oh shit, he's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
He's one of those
He's-
that guy
uh-huh,
actors.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, God, I'm. Just,
Oh no.
I'm fucking, all right,
Touching
I-
stuff.
What the hell was Parker Lewis? Yep.
He was
He
in
was?
Parker Lewis. Who did it say
Yes!
he played?
What?
Who does it say he played? What character?
Mr. Martin Lewis.
He's Parker
He's
Lewis's
Parker Lewis's
dad.
dad.
And he's in here. Oh,
He was in The Wonder Years as a teacher. He was in
Wonder Years
the
as a
movie
teacher.
Clifford.
The movie
Clifford.
Clifford.
I love that movie.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. Just go
He's
look
been
up
in a
his
ton of stuff,
IMDb.
But yes,
Timothy
he was
Stack.
in fact in Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
And he is in there talking
Doing
to the
the phone
manager
sex.
of the sex line
Right, he's like,
because
"You
his
have my
credit
credit
card won't
card."
go through.
Yes, and he was like, "Oh, okay."
You
now
just have
that's
the
all.
wrong number. Oh, here you go.
Yes, you're very naughty, and it's like he's doing the phone sex so hard that he feels like that she's actually there, but it's the hand climbing
Crawling up his pant leg.
and rips his dick off.
I don't. It was unclear. It came
I mean,
out
it
the
kinda
dick
had
hole and kind of the blood
The
splat
blood
was
was-
from there.
It seemed like it ripped his dick off.
So Anton hears the scream and runs to the principal, but it's too late.
He's like a
He's
step
dead.
behind. He's
Yeah.
like right behind it, and Deb and Randy show up. They arrive at the dance,
And this little quick scene of the hand sharpening its nails and the pencil sharpener.
Yes!
Oh,
Ugh! Is it bone?
it's like it's sort of nail, but yeah, I feel like it went because it's all peeled kind of
Yes,
back. I
it
think it's
felt
the
like
bone.
it was the
So Anton runs into Vivica and Randy in the hall, and
Right.
she's like,
I can help you.
And she pulls out this curvy
Die!
dagger and tries to kill him.
I can stop it by you dying.
And so they struggle.
He's like, yeah, fuck him up, Debbie.
And then he's like, wait a minute. Isn't that knife a little extreme, kitten?
Yeah.
And so Anton bites her hand. She drops the knife, and she's like, "You're not going anywhere, you evil." Oh no, he tells him, "You're not
Right.
going anywhere, you evil hosting fuckstick."
Yeah, and he was like, but I don't even have the hand no more.
And they're like, "Oh shit, you let it loose."
she's like, that was probably really stupid.
now it's after my girlfriend.
And at midnight, he's taking Molly to hell.
Oh well, we got hours yet. Nuh-uh. 6 minutes,
minutes.
on Druid time.
Right? And my son was actually born 6 minutes till midnight.
And Druid time.
On Druid time, exactly. They all gathered around and held hands, and they went, oh.
So Pnub is making out with Tanya.
And Mick is like, that's
a crime.
illegal. That's
Please, it's
crimes.
gross. Stop.
gross. She doesn't
And
know he's dead.
true, but
It's
he
consensual.
knows he's dead.
It's consensual.
So Anton runs up on stage.
He tries to get everybody to leave.
They boo him. He's
And-
like, "Look, they're gonna kill us all." Nobody believes him.
No, but the hand comes down and then rips Dexter Holland's scalp off.
Yes, and
That was
chaos
cool.
ensues. That was a cool effect.
Right. And so, like, the hand continues to murder indiscriminately.
And it has locked them all in. The doors are locked, Carrie style.
Oh, yes. And, like, Molly's like, I have to help Anton.
The boy I've known, who's his name for one whole day.
This dumb bitch.
I saw his wiener. I have to save his
I
life
didn't even
now.
see it. I touched it probably maybe a little bit. It was definitely poking my leg.
You know, she saw the tip poke out of the little boxer hole.
Oh, my God.
She saw a little turtle head.
Oh, my God.
And then he flexed.
And then he
Oh,
flexed.
my God.
His little,
And then he came in his pants.
Probably. So then he also smells like dried cum this whole time.
Oh, God damn it. Dried blood and dried cum.
On top of everything else.
Oh, bad skin and sweat.
And so Tanya's the one who has the idea to get in the vent, surprisingly.
Right. She's
like, come on, like, do you want to die in this like chaos or whatever? Let's get in the
I've
vent.
seen Carrie. Let's get in the vent. But they crawl through with this massive fucking vent that they
Plenty
both
big
fit
enough.
in. And like they find
They get a dead end with a big old fan, like a big industrial fan. And
Right.
Molly takes her shoe off, her friend's shoe, and sticks it in
where
the
was
fan
fucking
blade.
Molly's shoe? Molly wasn't wearing any shoes? She needed Tanya's shoe? Was
I don't
Tanya's shoe
know.
more substantial?
Must be, because I don't know if she was wearing. I don't even remember what shoes she was wearing. It
I
never
don't either.
showed.
They never showed her feet. Quentin was not a part of this.
No,
He was like, I
no,
don't
he
wanna see your
was
feet.
not. So yeah, she gets the shoe stuck in there. She kicks the cover off, and she ties a rope she got from mysteriously off one of
She
these
got
costumes.
it off of Tanya's costume, I think.
Which I'm not sure why Tanya had a whip or whatever
It
with
was
her devil
Tanya's
costume.
shoe, Tanya's costume, and then Tanya ends up getting chowdered.
I know. So she drops down. Molly drops down on this rope,
Mm-hmm.
but Tanya's chickening out.
Right.
And she takes
She's like,
too
"I can't
long,
do it."
and the hand shows up.
Oh no. And then it like hangs her.
Uh-huh.
And then starts the thing up, takes the shoe out, starts the thing up, and it takes her
It
up.
sucks the rope up and just splatters her all over Molly.
Oh, girl.
And Mick and Pnub are also in the vents, and they
Right.
hear her scream and head towards the sound.
Right, that's Tanya. Let's go help her.
But Mick gets his bottle stuck in the because it's too low.
It's too low.
Pnub has to pull him off.
Right, and then once they get there, Tanya's already been chowdered. So he's like, I'm not going through all this, Tanya.
We can go back if you want to get a piece.
If you want to get a piece, now you're never going to get any.
So yeah, so Molly had run to the art room and she got knocked out by an unseen hand, obviously.
She's like, ugh.
ugh. And Anton runs in the art room and sees the mess on the floor.
Right, and it's a hand puppet,
And then this puppet turns and looks at him.
which has a facial expressions.
It seems like it.
That was the weird part to me.
Well, it's demonic. It's like,
Well,
it's making it do stuff. I don't
okay,
know,
all right,
man.
okay, I accept.
So first he attacks the first puppet, and then it gets in this goofy puppet that makes it's like a cartoon or something.
Right, yeah,
I don't know,
that's
it's
what I'm
weird.
saying. Like it gives him all kinds of faces. It keeps having reactions to things.
And so he's almost about to club it. He's got this big ashtray. Who's your daddy now,
Yeah,
bitch? And
but
then
then-
the fucking vent. Mick
Mick
and Pnub
and
saw
Pnub.
him through this vent right underneath him. You know what I mean? Like the vent is see through. It's full of holes. Hence vent.
They just had to. Hence, vent.
and they just drop it on his fucking
right.
head.
He's like, well, fuck, dude.
You let it get away again.
They're like, well, fuck you. Then we're not going to help you no more.
So they hear Molly screaming from shop class.
Right, which
She is
this
tied to
hand,
the top of. How did a hand alone
Get her on
Get
top
her
of
up
the
there.
Ford and
Make
then
her
tie
stay there while it tied a rope.
I don't know.
They should have showed us some magic, like some straight up that this thing has powers.
They couldn't. They did not have the budget.
But they did a lot with what they had.
They did, but they just couldn't do this much.
And then they find Mighty Joe Bong. This bong
It's
made
Mighty
out
Joe
of
Bong.
fucking...
I made that bong. No, you fucking didn't.
It's made out of like exhaust pipes and engine parts.
I did it.
And they think, so the puppet's raising up the car lift with her on the top of the car up to the ceiling.
They can't quite get it to undo the thing. It's too strong.
So they just start getting high, and
Ooh,
Anton's
I need my
like,
spinach.
Yes. So Anton's like, ooh, let me take a hit. And she's like, oh, you're getting stoned with your friends?
He's like, "I need it."
Unbelievable. But he blows it into the puppet, and it gets all happy and lets go of the
Shotguns
thing.
it and went, ooh.
And then right when the puppet is like,
That's a
flying-
one-hit shit.
yes, that hand drops out and it's like flying at him, but Debbie runs in right
She
at that moment.
chucks that knife, but it posts into Mick's chest.
Mm-hmm.
He's
And
like,
then
and
it just shakes in a tiny little
poof. He's like, is that it?
no
Is that- I wasn't-
explosions, no
no
hellfire,
hellfire.
no.
I mean, I'm glad everyone's okay, but like, that was it.
And Vivica's like, well, my work here's done. It's time for the ritualistic sex. You come
Right?
in, and Randy's
the
like,
post-success ritual.
you are a pistol.
You
That's what
are
you tell
a
some hot lady who wants to
pistol.
have ritualistic sex with you. You're
Hey,
a pistol.
I bet it's hot.
So they leave. Anton
Anton
takes
and
the
Molly-
dagger out of Mick and cuts Molly's ropes.
Right. They mac it
Why are you macking it under the car? Why?
because it's just so hot.
And she backs out, but
He doesn't.
and
The
that
exhaust
fucking
covers up the stench.
Yes.
so now he smells like exhaust, dried cum, dried blood, dead bodies, weed, patchouli, sweat, balls, greasy hair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And bad skin because you can see it.
Maybe it's so much that she can't even smell it anymore.
No, it's like
so
so
many
much
smells
stuff.
at one time.
That she doesn't. Yeah, it could be. It's too many smells trying to get into her olfactory senses all at once. They get stuck in the door.
So, as usual, marijuana saves an otherwise disastrous day.
Right. Yes.
But
And
then Mick runs into Pnub with the
he's
bong,
like, I never got that hit. Light me.
who knocks it on to the lever and it drops the
Oops.
car on Anton.
Squishing him.
And the garage opens and Carol Ann's light shines in
Carol Ann.
and they head into the light.
And he was
You
like,
coming,
hey.
Anton?
And nope. He's blowing off heaven to kick it with me.
In a full body cast in the hospital. And the nurse brings in his meds, and you see the angel Mick and Pnub appear behind her.
They're like, oh, we're your guardian angels.
We have to make sure you don't go back to your evil ways.
And this is when they're playing Santeria. That's what I wrote.
Oh, I see. I did not even hear
yeah.
it.
See, I mean, I couldn't help myself.
So they head out. The nurse kicks Molly out, and they shut the lights off. And he looks up and sees I'm under the bed and glow
Mick
paint.
and Pnub are like, oh, should we tell them that we did it? Nah, let's go
Fuck it.
mess with some nurses.
So the sequel to this has to be Anton in jail, right?
I mean, like, he still killed his parents,
He
right?
killed not just his parents, but 2 cops and his 2 best friends.
Like, yeah,
and
like,
4
they're
of those
gonna find
bodies are
those bodies.
buried. No,
Well, no, because now
2
his
of those-
bodies.
where are Mick and Pnub's bodies now?
Well, they went to
In the
light,
garage?
so Well,
They must still be in
the
shop
cops
class.
are in their house.
Cops are in his house. His parents are in the garden.
Yeah.
But if
So-
Mick and Pnubs really were zombies and unburied themselves, then their bodies are now in the shop where they walked into the
yeah,
light.
I would imagine. But yeah, so like, does he go to jail?
He's an orphan now.
Yeah, how does this play out?
He's homeless, I would guess. He can't pay for that house.
Maybe they own it.
But there's got to be an investigation. Like,
Surely
after
there was
everything
an
that happened at the
investigation.
dance and all the people, all the kids that died and some dude-
Dexter Holland got scalped.
Well, everybody in the dance did watch a detached
That's
hand
true, but no
scalp
one's gonna buy
someone.
that shit.
I know. Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
He's got to have gone to jail at least for a
yeah, I'm
little
sure
while.
he did. He went to the chair. That's
You
how
guys
it
were
is.
asking about Pnub's name.
Yeah.
Mick and Pnub. It's based on the Eddie Murphy sketch where he was buckwheat, where he says "Wook and Pnub."
Oh, Mick and Pnub was based on the Eddie Murphy sketch where he was buckwheat, and
Yeah.
he would say, "What was it?" He
Wook
said,
and Pnub,
"Wook and Pnub."
looking for love.
Oh, wookin' for
looking
love.
for-
Wook
yes.
and Pnub.
Okay.
Oh my goodness!
All right, that's a deep cut.
So we have one Apple review.
Woohoo!
5 stars from QT Missa. First time listening. Heard these gals on another podcast about back to school and was giggling, but their own podcast is too much in a great way. Movies we have all seen and the laughs roll throughout. Love the vibe. Thanks, girls. XOXO.
Thank you.
And thanks to 88 Miles Per Hour, because that's who that episode was,
that's
where they
right.
found us from.
And what was it?
Back to school.
Thank you. I don't know why.
88 Miles Per Hour, back to school.
You said it just now, and I was like, huh?
If you want to hear
What?
us talking about that triple Lindy
Oh, yeah.
and getting our respect,
I
get
don't
none.
get no respect. I get no respect.
And I think that's all we have. Doom Biz.
Yeah.
Instagram, Doom Generation Pod, get to the link tree.
You know what it is.
Go get yourself some merch. Did you guys know that it's our birthdays this month?
Oh,
Both
yeah.
of our birthdays this
We
month.
just did, last time we had Nicole's birthday episode. Next week
time
is
will be
my
Tessa's.
birthday episode. It's going to be
So go buy
fun.
some merch or go join that patreon.com/Doom Generation.
It would be a nice gift. I would love it.
We are doing a new series on Patreon where at least once a month we are letting our patrons pick from a list of movies that we have never seen
Yes.
for a new series of movies that did not doom us.
Didn't
and
have
we
the
are doing
chance.
kind of like a live react episode. It's a little bit shorter, about 35 minutes or so, or it'll be however long it is. It'll
Yeah,
probably
it
depend on
is
the
what it
movie.
is. We've only done one so far.
And so we did the stuff. You can find the stuff over there. And so basically it's literally we watch, we hit pause when we can't contain ourselves anymore, and we give you our first time reactions to this movie. So if you want to be able to submit movies, vote for movies, and hear those episodes, get over to Patreon.
Gotta join.
And until next week,
Talk to you next time.
later, Doomers.